What makes Folio Albums so unique as a British manufacturer?
A couple of things. Firstly, we haven't evolved from being a lab to being an album company. So I think that's, if you look at the UK, most of the guys doing albums, their bread and butter, their core business was a lab, and they're bolted on doing other products. So they now do frames, or they now do, canvas wraps, or albums. We set out to be album people, so we wanted to be, we're specialists. We're not a jack of all trades. So we wanted to master all of the aspects that goes into creating an album through, from design, purchase, presentation, delivery, so on and so forth. That's the first thing. Secondly, in terms of the whole, I would say the brand, the packaging, the quality of the materials, the simplicity, I think is a real major, kind of difference between us and the other guys in the UK. So if you look at the UK market in terms of album manufacture, it is very, very saturated, but in terms of traditional, using traditional silver halide prints bound into a flush mount album, we're still kind of, that's the kind of wedding market, and then they're still targeting the wedding market, as are we. But we've created our own new market, which is fine art albums. Because there's no concept of fine art album manufacturing in this country, or in Europe actually when we launched. So what we want to do is then maybe you try and use that kind of some of the British historical pedigrees in terms of textile manufacturing. We don't do much textile manufacturing in this country anymore, but we still design a lot. So we wanted to create something like that, where also people in this country hopefully will be a little bit proud about having this album. But if we look at the customers who tend to use us, they're so proud about saying, "Oh, we use Folio Albums." Well, I don't think it happens so much about some of the other brands or the other companies. We get so many customers who are really passionate about what we do. So I would say our biggest customers are men and women. Okay, it's about 50-50 split, who are, let's say, more on the more contemporary side of kind of wedding or social photography, and who are actually quite successful in their business. So we don't find a lot of photographers who say are doing lots of very small weddings. We have lots of customers who do a healthy number of fairly big weddings or big shoots.
So you say it's more the wedding side then?
Yeah. So I would say kind of weddings, portrait, boudoir, in that order. Yeah.
Like Kate Smith boudoir work is brilliant. I think that was printed in one of your albums as well. And it's just so beautiful. It's such a
so classy.
Yeah. And when you present that to a potential client, they want to have their photos, and to present them in something so beautiful as one of your albums, it makes such a difference compared to another album or an iPad. It's like it has that not old-fashioned, but sort of traditional way of presenting your work, which I think is really lovely.
Yeah, and we also wanted to create almost like an heirloom as well. So especially for wedding photos, something that people are proud to kind of look after, cherish, and kind of keep. Not that album. Everybody's album does get put into the cupboard. My wedding album is in the cupboard, but I do still like to get it out and have a look at it. And I'm proud of it. And I want people to, with our albums, to be, I guess, even more so, kind of thinking of it as almost like that family Bible.